Hello everyone and welcome back to another session of Dark Souls 3 Focused PvP. Just give me a second, I need to move the microphone a tad up, and there we go. So this time we are using the Serpent Hatchet and the Great Machete. Standard Great Machete, not Yorm's. So it is slightly different. The skill on this one is actually Sharpen instead of Warcry. Damage wise, it's a little worse. A little bit lighter, and it's got some decent damage to it still. We want to use this weapon here. Why can't I just get a regular R1 when I want a regular R1? Excuse you? How the hell was I in reach on that? Hitboxes out of 10. An Axe-class weapon has longer range than an Ultra Greatsword, apparently. How the hell does that make any sense? Wow. Wow, I honestly feel bad after that. Because there's no logical reason why that attack... Like... It doesn't even look like it's long. There's no reason it should have longer reach than a greatsword, or an ultra greatsword even, for that matter. Like, you know, that's a really not good thing. That's really kind of bad. I mean, I know some weapons do have absurdly long reaching hitboxes. Straight swords being one of them, halberds being another, daggers being one as well. Certain axes, apparently. But wow. Okay, that was really good timing on his part. I will definitely admit that. I will definitely admit that. I don't really necessarily agree with the first one. I realize it hit me. I had tried to roll, but the game said no again. I am starting to think that I do need a new controller sooner rather than later, simply due to the fact that that is happening more and more frequently, where I attempt to do something, and the game is just like, nah, you don't want to do that. So... eventually, I'll get a new one. Maybe that will help. Maybe it won't. But I'm cheap and I don't feel like buying one, so there. I'm more than willing to admit that. I'm cheap and I don't want to buy a new controller. Next new thing that I buy is... I have no idea. I really have no idea. I have so much stuff that I have to pay off still. Bills. Bills. I'm adulting, guys. I am adulting all over this place. It's just something that needs to get done. Gotta pay off the TV, gotta pay off all the other odds and ends. Internet bills coming soon, gotta pay that. Rent, gotta pay that shortly as well. That was really poorly planned on my part. It's not letting me stand after I get parried or backstabbed. Thank you, shield stun. Thanks a lot. I was literally stuck in place. Like, I couldn't parry. I couldn't backpedal. Just shield stun. There was literally nothing that I could have done in that. And that's weird, too, because I've blocked those attacks and done setup parries on them in the past. So I don't know why it just didn't let me that time. It's just I was stuck. So, oh well, but on the other hand, wow, because it literally just, I couldn't move. So, either that was the game just saying no, or my controller just saying no. One of the two. Still, I've set up parried those in the past. I know it can be done because I've done it. I don't know why it just felt like not letting me this time. Oh well. My punishment for having a weapon that's got longer reach than an ultra greatsword, apparently. We need to get off this little losing streak, though. Get back on a good little win streak and go from there. So far, I'm not overly fond of this weapon just yet. It does have the ability to bypass shields slightly, so there's that. And Warcry is good. But it seems like, based on its description, it's only able to bypass shields with Warcry active. Do I gain a special attack? Do I gain the charge? I do. Interesting. And it's a fair damage boost. So we've got a Murakumo. No, that's not a Murakumo. Thanks for making me miss that. You could have finished me off right then. There we go. The second part of the charge is, in all honesty, the best part of it. People don't expect the second attack to actually have a running portion, so it works relatively well. Still, based on that description, it sounds to me like the only way you can actually pierce shields with it is by having the Warcry skill active. And if that's the case, that's a little bit disappointing. In all honesty, that is a little bit disappointing. Still, it's a good weapon. I'm just not overly fond of it so far. I don't know, something about it. Like, it's got fantastic reach, don't get me wrong. I mean, aside from the Butcher's Knife, it's actually the longest reaching. Except for maybe Eleonora. That's it. This is probably even longer still. Okay, buddy, are you going to come into the world or no? This has been happening more and more frequently where someone just, they don't end up coming in. It's really annoying, too. Well, let's fashion souls for a bit, see if I can come up with any good fashion for a different build later down the line. I do like the look of the Cathedral Knight armor, in all honesty. Lothric Knight's too ragged. Silver Knight's just Silver Knight. There's really not overly much in the way of really good looking, like, medium armor. Oh, you are in the world, you're just really slow. Okay. Hi, friend. Fume? Fume. Cool. I guess I wasn't close enough to get the riposte. Hello, R1s. I didn't expect 4 R1s from a Fume Ultra Greatsword. That's a lot of stamina. I mean, yeah, they were one-handed, so it cost less. But still, I didn't expect that. But really, that's a lot. I'm just gonna put it in this spot. Ah, yes, now I'm fat. Okay, let's swap this ring on so I can one-hand it. Just because I'm curious. 1, 2, 3. And that wasted all of mine. Yeah, that dude had a lot of stamina. Let's use an ember. Can't forget that. Alright. So we'll get a couple more fights with this thing. I'm not fond of it. I don't really have any good reason for that. Excuse me, I'm tired. Oh my god. Gotta wake up, I have more recording to do. It's late. It is quite late. That said, this is probably the last one I'll record for the night. Yeah. I don't know though. Something about this thing, I don't like it. I can't place it. I don't know why. I'm just not fond. No follow-up on that? That's okay. It does have good reach. I will give it that. It is deserving of it. And I do like the way that its ripostes look. Its ripostes do look really badass. It's like you're decapitating them. Like, I'm okay with that. I don't know, it's growing on me a little, I guess. I just feel like it should have a different moveset. Something about it being curved like that, I feel like it should have a more, curved sword-esque moveset, more in line with the Shotel. Like, if it had a cross between the Shotel moveset and an axe moveset, that would be really cool. Like, I'd be okay with that. But that's not the case. So, it is what it is. We'll get one last fight with it being this one, and then we'll swap over to the next. So I saw an Ultra and a Cestus. I mean, just look at this riposte. Right in the gut, and then right across the face. Whew. Aww. I'll go for that double kill. So close. That's one thing I don't like about Warcry on axes. I wish the hyper armor would activate a little bit sooner in the charge. Just because you can get it fully charged and you're about to go, and right as you take that first step, someone pokes you with anything, and then you're staggered. So it's like, the attack is starting, it should have some momentum to continue it, but It just doesn't. And that's a little disappointing, because there are many, many situations I can think of where it would be beneficial to have at least a little bit of hyper armor. It would just make it more viable to get the charged attacks more often. So yeah, with this weapon, Sharpen makes it nice and damaging. We're at 580 with its attack rating prior, and then after buffing from 580 up to 638. That's considerable. 58 damage. Well, what is it? Can't trade for the hit now. I got too low on health to trade for the hit on that. The king from the past. Rhaegar? Rhaegar with his ruby-studded breastplate. Let's see what he's got for me. I feel like I should use a hammer in this fight. I feel like I should use a great hammer in this fight. It's fitting. And yes, I understand this is a great axe. It's close, but it's not quite the same. Aww. He died. Someone else got to him first. Oh well. I made an attempt. You know what I'm a little surprised at, actually? Since one of the more recent episodes of Game of Thrones, that fight that they had against that one guy who was using the dual swords, who will be remaining nameless for the sake of spoilers and whatnot, I'm surprised we haven't seen a cosplay of him, because that would be awesome. And it can totally be done, too, because Goddard's twin swords. Like, an actual, like, legit cosplay of him would be really good. Rude. Where's my two-hit stun? Oop. Jump attacks. That's weird, though. Where was my two-hit stun? I realize he's wearing a lot of heavy armor, but even still, like, that's supposed to be a guaranteed two-hit stun. Why was that not? Is that just not a thing with this weapon? Is it just slightly too slow, unlike the regular Yorm's Great Machete? That doesn't make sense to me. And I wasn't too low on stamina where I actually did a slower attack instead. Excuse me, 1 second. Okay, I am I am in fact alive. I don't know, my voice, my throat's just been bothering me the past few days. And today is no exception.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Will you sharpen yours again? Yeah. I will be the one who sharpens last. See, there's a 2-hit stun right on him. I like that we had a little sharpening match at the beginning. Tic-tac? Or was it tick-tock? Didn't catch. I don't know, I can't really make sense out of that, though. Like, that guy was wearing full Havels, and I had guaranteed 2-hit stuns on him. Why was it not a thing on the longsword user? Dark sword user. Tic-tac. Oh, if you're just gonna run around, I'll sharpen my weapon. That overkill, though. That was a tad excessive. He ran around a lot, though. I don't really enjoy fights where people just run around for literally no reason. I never really understood the whole point to it. Yes, you're trying to mix up your attacks. I get it, you're mixing up your timings. That's all well and good. But is it necessary to spend 30 seconds running around before you just do a running R1? You know? Like, running in circles is all well and good. I can see some merit to it on occasion. But for the whole fight? I don't know. I never understood it. I'm not complaining, it's just I don't get it. Oh, I need to sharpen up my weapon. It's a tad dull. Dude. Okay, I'll just stand still, that's cool. And I'm not gonna heal. Get out of here. Yes. Yes. Good job. You can run away mid-fight and heal. And then you can taunt by trying to get the kill with the Ring of Thorns. If I was using a fast weapon and stayed using a fast weapon, it wouldn't have been so easy for you. But, hey. You got me. Congratulations. The fact that I was so close to winning, even though he healed mid-fight and attempted to heal again mid-fight, I can take solace in that fact. It's good enough for me. I hate how my hat pokes through this thing. It just looks stupid. Come on, Mr. Summon. Get into the world. Huh. Well, that just looks uncomfortable. That just looks a little bit uncomfortable. Did I just summon the same guy? I think I just summoned the same guy. If I did, then I'll just take my hatchet to him this time. Just because it's not worth the effort of trying to actually deal with him when he's using a, Oh no, you're different. Hi, friend. Ooh, that reach. See, that's what I'm talking about, though, by having a thrusting attack. You can do extremely quick attacks. I had mentioned it in the last video when I was using the Brigand Twin Daggers, how it would be so much more beneficial to have a singular dagger with a thrust. I realized that you could actually do the attacks very quickly. I didn't realize that they were that quick. And that was with the bandit knife, which is slightly more damaging and does still have a thrust, which is good to know. That said, I'll do it with the standard dagger, but... yeah, that's nice and fast. You can do some good work with it, especially when buffed. So, needless to say, I'll mess around with that next time. The standard dagger. I'm not going to bother buffing it, but I will be using a Leo ring with it and going for attacks with it like that. For the secondary weapon this time around, or rather next time around, I just got done with a great axe. Did a halberd, not a halberd, I did a spear last time. That said, a long spear is slightly different than a spear. It's a pike class weapon. It's similar in a way. Why did you leave? Why did you leave me? I just wanted to kill you. That's so much to ask. I mean, apparently. But, hey. Come on. I already did the Great Scything one. Pontiff Night Scythe might be a good option. It's actually the least damaging great scythe, oddly enough. We might do that. We might mess around with a pike class weapon, whether it's the pike itself, the great lance, or the long spear. We could just do the soldering iron for a little bit of laughs. Some shits and giggles, as they say. But we will see. There we go. And on that note, we are going to end things with a knife in my gut. Ew. A little lower, and that could have been... Ouch. Ouch. So yes. Dagger next time, along with another weapon that I will choose... like this, with my eyes closed. It's this one. Oh, a whip. Yeah, why the hell not? Why the hell not? We'll try it out. We'll see how it goes. Either way, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this one, and I'll see you all next time.